Oh, so these are the massage tables. Okay, fun fact. I've actually never gotten a massage before. I've never given one either. I know what y'all are thinking. Asian massage. No. But I've never gotten one before. I don't know what it is. Something about like people, random, strange people touching me just doesn't fly. Today I'm in Excelsior Springs. I've always wanted to come here and check it out. I saw online that there's this place called the Hall of Waters. So today that's where we're at. What a beautiful building. The special part about it is that people thought that the spring had magical healing powers, so people would flock to Excelsior Springs to this place to take a bath. They thought that it would cure their illnesses. So apparently a lot of people died here because they thought that the water would save them, and it never did. This whole building is a really beautiful building. They still have all of these tubs and everything set up. They had a men's bath and a women's bath. I don't think I've ever seen one in the US in person. Okay, yes, museum, this way. Okay, all of water, spa, and water. I don't know what that means. Okay. Oh. What? That is crazy. I've always wanted a clawfoot tub. Maybe not one that someone has died in, but they had a giant Olympic-sized saltwater pool and also a pool for those who are suffering from polio. What is this? Oh, that's so cool. Can you guys see that? So people would sit in this thing. So these are basically old school saunas. So there you go. That's where you would stick your head out. This is an infrared sauna. Basically, back in the day, what year is this? 1956. Wow, oh no. Okay, so these are the steam cabinets. No, so these are the light cabinets, and then this is the cabinet steam room. Can you go in? Is this open? Oh, it does open. I'm in the steam room. That's cool. Probably, should I lay on the bed? Maybe not. Ooh. Here are the 7 steps to the baths. The treatments consisted of eliminations through the skin, bowels, so there was poop involved, along with the proper diet, periods of rest, and healthful amusements. What does healthful amusements mean? What does that mean? I don't know. I've seen these in people's houses. You know what Paul said the other day? We were watching Rear Window. He mentioned how it's amazing that everything is exactly the same, like as it was back then in that movie. Jimmy Stewart's character was getting food delivered, Uber Eats. Just another day in another shower. Actually, I haven't taken one today, so I could use one. They're good. All good. Didn't know you were going to be in the movies today, huh? Yeah. How much do you weigh? I don't want to get on that thing. I do know that I'm under 200 pounds, though, according to Science City. So I was just reading in there, I guess they have like 4 different types of water here. Sulfur saline water. Too much of that will make you want to go poop. And then the other one, the iron manganese water, that helped give you more iron. So that was where the iron water is. And here was the old sulfur waters. Made you go poo. So this is a map of all of the springs and wells that I'm not sure if they still exist.
In the 60s, I don't know if the government said we couldn't say that it was that the mineral waters were secure. You know, Big Pharma took over. They said we couldn't advertise it as a cure or a health benefit. And then also a New York Post, I think, wrote a big article. A guy came and acted like he was sick. Wrote a big article about it and said it was all a big hoax. And it was just a money-making thing, which that's where people made their money. People came here. But it was sort of a health resort town. It's what people, they came here to stand in line, visit with their old friends, and they, you know, I mean, 250,000 people came here a year. So when all this happened, people stopped coming. So people stopped taking care of their wells because they had to find other jobs, you know. It wasn't something, they weren't making any money. So they sealed them all up. So, but we have tested one, and we're trying to we got a law changed in the state because the state said the city couldn't pay for any of, you know, for any money to open a well. I don't know what that was all about. But anyway, got that changed. So we're trying to get some water back.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
We may have it soon.
I literally just came down here. Inside there, I read something really interesting about the water here, and I guess the rumor was started by a farmer who claimed that his daughter had this really horrible skin condition and that she was miraculously cured by drinking the water and also bathing in the water every week. But upon further reading, they figured out that this daughter was born like 20 years after this spring was discovered. So unfortunately, she mentioned that there are no active springs. I guess people just, you know, eventually kind of boarded them up. She mentioned that there was a push recently to open up one of these springs. So I wouldn't mind coming back and tasting the healing water from this spring. Well, I forgot to say I'll see you tomorrow, guys. So I'm going to leave you with this very cringy clip of me trying to get a thumbnail. I'll see you tomorrow.